Hey, what's up? So, this is my FastAPI DevSecOps project. Basically, I built this to show off the kind of stuff you would actually do in a real DevOps or cloud engineering job. CI/CD pipelines, security scanning, Docker, all that good stuff. Let me walk through it real quick. So, here is the repo. It's a very standard setup. Got my app folder with the first API code, the tests folder. That's where all my pytest tests live in. I've got 18 tests. You see, I've also got a Docker file, make file for running commands easily, some config files for security tools, and it's all Python, like 83%, with a bit of Docker file and make file mixed in. Let's go to the UI. Alright, so this is the actual API. The Fast API gives you this Swagger UI for free, which is, I think, super nice. We've got three endpoints here. You can see that the health one is basically for load balancers like Kubernetes or whatever checks this to make sure the app is live. Then items, get item. You can see all these are basic CRUD stuff. You can get all items or post a new one. And down here are the schemas. These come from pydantic models. So like if you try to post a bad data, it will reject it automatically. No need to write validation code yourself. All that will be handled by pydantic. So if you go to the GitHub Actions page, this is what I'm proud of, honestly. This is the main CI/CD setup. So every time I push code, all this stuff runs automatically. You can see like 44 runs here, all green, all passing. So this three workflows. The main one does linting with rough, which is way faster than Flake 8 by the way. Runs all the tests and then builds a Docker image and then push it to GitHub container registry. Then I've got Semgrep running separately. That's for catching security issues in the code itself, like SQL injection, hard coded passwords, that kind of stuff. And Trivy scans right here. Um, that scans Docker image for vulnerabilities in the base image and its dependencies. So basically, nothing gets merged without passing all these checks. That's the whole DevOps thing right here. Security isn't something you do at the end, it's baked into the pipeline from start. So if you go to the security results, here is where what the security results actually can be found. 71 alerts right now. Wait, before you freak out, most of these are from the base Docker image, not from my code. Like this glibc vulnerabilities, that's in the Debian packages that come with Python Slim. But the point is, I can see them. I know they're there. In a real job, you'd just trace this. Maybe some are acceptable risk. Maybe some need fixing. Maybe you switch to different base image. So you can filter by severity, like high, medium, whatever. This is way better than finding out vulnerabilities after you're already in production, right? High, medium, low, critical. If you go to the Semgrep tools, and here is the tools config. Semgrep and Trivy, both running, both green. They output in serif format, which GitHub understands natively. So all the results just show up in the security tab automatically, pretty slick. So yeah, that's basically it. Fast API for the backend, pytest for testing, GitHub Actions for CI/CD, Docker for containerization, and Semgrep plus Trivy for security. It's all open source, MIT license, so feel free to fork it or whatever. Text me on LinkedIn, hit me up there if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.